Good evening, everyone. This is Adam Schomer, producer of Heal, and we're here for our weekly meditation. And just let me know you can hear me. I believe all is doing well. Just go ahead and say hello. Let us know where you're joining in from so I know you're there. And again, for those that are new, we do a meditation every Wednesday evening and been doing it for about 2.5 years here on the Heal Instagram. Hello from Brazil. Nice. All right. So everyone's there. That's good. And tonight we'll do, I believe last time we worked with balancing. It could have been on my Monday Zoom that we did that. I went out of town for a week, so it's been a little bit, but let's do one today to help lighten things up. I love the lightening up. So we'll use breath of light today. We always use about 10, wow, the producer of Heal. Oh my God, love the show. That's very sweet. Yeah, Kelly Gore has created Heal. Kelly, big shout out to Kelly who directed the film and created it, and she brought me in to help her make it way back in the beginning of 2016, and it's been awesome. What a ride. And we have the great social media team that helps keep things going as well, and we have more episodes of the podcast coming out this month and all through April, so look forward to that as well. So yes, I do a lot of conscious films and have been meditating since I was 18, so we thought it would be cool if I got on here a couple of years ago and started sharing some of the meditation practices that I know. So we do about 10 minutes of breath work, pranayama, prana meaning energy, yama, alignment, so aligning the energy through the use of breath. The breath is a form of language that we can use to send messages to our body, our energetic body, our physical body, our thought body, and they have profound effect. It's very quick and strong. So we do about 10 minutes of that, and then we use words once we're dialed in to then further go deeper and send messages. So like I said, we're lightening up. Everyone could use a little lightening up. And so we'll do some breath work for that and some words like I am healthy and I am free and I release resentment and I accept and allow energy and abundance into my life. So this is great. I love being here. We love doing this. Again, give a shout out to where you are. Lots of people. Chicago, New Hampshire. It wasn't scrolling down. And sweet. The D from Detroit. Amanda. Nice to see you, Amanda. From the D. That's Detroit. De Toilette. That's a joke for people in Detroit. I'll put my Instagram in here so you guys have it. De Trois, it was called. The French named it. Okay, Detroit. That's where I'm from originally. The documentary I'm making now is based in Detroit, so it's great. I get to go home a lot. It's called Selling Superman. I'm going to put my Instagram up here just so you guys have it. If you have any questions that I don't get to, I always take questions at the end. And you can always shoot me a message. Likewise, if you have any questions about the upcoming Kriya initiation, I do a Kriya initiation weekend in April 28th weekend. And I can answer questions about that as well. But let's jump in and do some meditation. Namaste. Nice to see you, Quebec, Finland. Go ahead and find a nice tall spine, a comfortable seat. You can be on a cushion, you can lay down for this one. Cushion, a chair. This is for lightening up for those that have just joined in. Nice. Hello, Istanbul. Wonderful. Finland. Good. So go ahead and close the eyes now that we're here. This is when I would make a joke like, oh, the lighting is really good, which would make you open your eyes and then look again. But that's just because I like to make jokes. So the eyes are closed, and we start by just allowing. It's really one of the key words. I love allowing. So we include in our awareness and allow things to be the way they are without having to change them. Thus, it starts to, let the resistance go. Resistance creates stress, so we can stop resisting and allow things to be the way they are for a while. So allow any sensations in your body. So any sensations you have going on in your body, we become aware of them, include them in the awareness, taste, smell, likewise any sounds. And including in the awareness also any thoughts, We don't need to push the thoughts away. We just become aware of what might still be lingering with us. Yeah. Good. Again, I'll get to remind me of any questions at the end. I'll get to those or comments. And then also including any feelings. You know, if you have some excitement or worry, or just include this in your awareness. Become aware of it. And then again, we don't need to change it. We're allowing it to be as it is. Good. Include also in the awareness the earth, some sensation of the earth, some recognition, connection to the earth. Also include the air that we breathe, the space. Beautiful. Include also the sun in your awareness. And then also include the prana. That would just be this life, not just, but that is this life force that animates us, that this chi, consciousness, prana, life force. Include some sense of this. Earth, air, sun, prana. And then the first pranayama really connects us even more with this prana. That would be the amrita breath, sipping in the breath. So we sip in through the mouth like through a straw. Connecting to prana. Then pause, and the focus is at the third eye. That would be the forehead between the eyes. And we just bring the attention there. We don't have to look up much. You can look up a little, but just bring the attention there. And then exhale through the nose. Again, deep inhale through the mouth, sipping in like through a straw. Pause the breath, focus at the third eye. And then exhale through the nose. Great. We'll keep this going for a few minutes at our own pace, right? So your own pace. Don't hold the breath for too long or too short. Keep it going. It's fine if thoughts come on, thoughts come in, you know. Just once you become aware of them, that's the key. Celebrate the awareness, this sharpening of the awareness. Celebrate that and then come back to the breath. No guilt for having thought. The thoughts will happen. It happens. And then just come back to really connecting to this prana, this life force, sipping it in. Good, just about 30 more seconds. This amrita breath, breath of nectar. Let's go one more time, one more breath. Absolute focus. Great. And release the breath. Just breathe normally in and out through the nose. And we're checking in. Just notice any shift, right? From 3 minutes of a breath work. Any shift. Yeah, it's nice. Huh? Now we'll bring in, this is for lightening up, we'll bring in Cosmic Breath 3. So this one takes a little more energy. We won't go so full on, but it takes a little bit of effort. You inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale deeply through the mouth. So it's like a U-shaped mouth now. And exhale through the nose. Got it? We'll go 3 minutes like this. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. There's no pause at all. We're really bringing as much oxygen out and as much in as possible. Inhale through the mouth. Out through the nose. Good. Keep it going your own pace. Cosmic Breath 3. It tends to oxygenate the body, all the cells, enlivens, starts to expand our awareness, expand us a little out of our agenda into a more cosmic type of awareness, meaning bigger than oneself. You know? Like being in nature, it helps us sense a little more grandiosity, right? So breathe in that oxygen, breathe in deeply, breathe out deeply, do it with full force. Good, 1 more minute. 1 more minute, that's all. At the end of this minute, we're going to hold our breath. So really keep oxygenating. Breathe long and deep. On your next inhale, we'll inhale as deep as you can, and then we'll hold the breath on your next inhale. And hold. We'll see if we can hold a minute. Of course, if you need to breathe before then, it's okay. But I'll let us know. I'll signal a minute. I am keeping time. The eyes can be closed and just noticing. Just about 10 more seconds. Good, and breathe. Just breathe normally, in and out through the nose. Again, check in, see. Any difference? Yeah. And already you can start to allow energy in. Yeah. Allow energy in. We'll do one final pranayama, but keep in mind this allowing of light or energy in. Like we've been doing from the beginning, instead of resisting, we're just allowing. So breath of light is 7 inhales to make 1 inhale. 7 short inhales through the nose to make 1 complete inhale. So 7 short inhales. Pause the breath, focus at third eye, and then exhale. Yeah, and again, congrats if you held your breath for a minute. Why not celebrate and give yourself a pat on the back? 7 short inhales. This is breath of light. Pause the breath once you've done 7, and then exhale. We'll keep that going for a few minutes. If you want, you can also, on every inhale, your belly can expand a little bit. That's again signaling the body to take in, to receive. Keep it going. 1 more minute. Breath of light. Again, if you just simply practice the pranayama, that's the key. You don't need to try and make it do something. You don't try and calm the brain. When you become aware of a thought, that's the key. You celebrate and positively reinforce the awareness. And then you're choosing consciously, like, I don't need to be thinking about that, so I can come back to doing this breath work, do the breath work, and then we always observe the effect it has on the system. And when we start to build personal choice and power. Just 30 more seconds. One more time. And release. Breathe in and out through the nose. Check in. Notice. Notice. Could be physical. Could be the energetic. Could be just how do I feel? Maybe you just, at the very least, feel a little more connected to the energy of your system, your consciousness, your awareness. And in this more parasympathetic and really tuned in state, we can send deeper messages. And they're received more easily into the body because we're not in fight or flight. We're able to receive. So we'll simply say out loud, I am light, I am free. Very simple, but say it out loud one time. I am light, I am free, and then embrace it. Meaning allow light in. Feel a lightness, feel gratitude for this light. We do each one 5 times. So we say it again. I am light, I am free. And then breathe into it. Allow the lightness, allow light in, energy in. Good. I am light, I am free. You're reminding every cell that it's light, that it receives energy. I am light. I am free. I'm not all my stories, At my essence, I'm light. I am light. I am free. Good. Next one. I release resentment. I am free. So, could be resentment if someone comes to mind. Okay, you're releasing resentment for them. If it's just in general, totally great. Just signaling that if I am holding on to any resentment, let it go. So I release resentment. I am free. And this is the part we're in control of, resenting, holding on to it, holding some power over other, which then becomes really just keeping ourselves down. I release resentment. I am free. Embrace that. It's a form of unconditional love, and this is a very good thing to signal to the body. I release resentment. I am free. It means the other person is no longer villain or victim, etc. The archetypes drop. I release the resentment. I am free, and more energy is available. It's not releasing people of responsibility for their actions. No, different. We're just dropping the constant archetypes that they're all villain, or that they're all this, or that they're all victim. Drop it. I release resentment. I am free, meaning I have more energy, free. One last time. I release resentment. I am free. Good. Last one. How do I want to say it? The universe supports me. I am free. Meaning life is my family. I really love that one. Life is my family. So whatever works for you. Life is my family, or the universe supports me. I am free. Again, this is kind of a form of releasing resentment, that the world might be against us. So just remembering that so much of life is conspiring to even just have us alive. That the universe supports me. It supports evolution. I am free. Remind every cell. Embrace it deeply. The universe supports me. Life is my family. I am free. The universe supports me. And I am free. Free of this story that everything's against me or I'm a victim. I'm just free of it. The universe supports me. Life is my family. I am free. Breathe into that. Good. And let's just embrace all of these mantras, I would call them. These are not affirmations, right? These are reminders of what we are at our essence. This is direction we're giving our system, as if we're coaching our own system. We're reminding us that we are free. We're reminding us that we are light. We're reminding ourselves in every cell to release resentment. We're telling and reminding ourselves that we're supported deeply. And we watch the effect it has. And so just stay for a minute with all three of those. Allow the energy in, allow the light. See how that vibrates in every cell for you. Just a little longer, just embracing that freedom, that lightness. Allow energy in. And feel free to include anyone else you want to, as we would say, send healing to, meaning just invite them into this frequency. Just invite, visualize them in this same consciousness, this same frequency. It's like an invitation, like, hey, if you'd like to join us here, this is a healing space. This frequency tends to heal, meaning the body naturally heals, right? And when we come into a parasympathetic, beautiful state, healing just happens. But we have to sometimes invite people into this frequency. So visualize them to bring them in. You can just see them, or you can visualize them filling up with light, since we've been embracing light so much. Very good, very, very good. This is beautiful. Take your time. Again, feel the prana. Notice the sun, the air, the earth. Take your time, the sensations, the smells, the sounds, and still we're aware of the prana and the lightness and the expansion as the eyes open. And good. Good, Dr. Claudia, you feel good? Thank you, yes. And really we're just transforming, transcending in some ways, shifting the prana, or shifting the energy, the information and energy that are together. And it's important, as one person's saying, this is powerful. It's important to see how powerful you are, that in 10 minutes of breath work, how quickly you can shift. And a little bit of words, then on top of that, how quickly we can shift. This is the key. It's not, oh, I can come here and get this. No, that you can do some breath work and shift, and you know that. And thus you have a little more autonomy, a little more agency over your state of being and how you're seeing the world. This starts to occur. That I have this power. This is the beginning of freedom. This is the beginning of a awake life in many ways. And I like to think that, thank you for all these comments. They're wonderful. Can you talk about your, who's this? Mike Jokes. Can you talk about the April event? Yeah, the April is a Kriya initiation weekend. So Kriya meditation is a specific form of meditation from the Kriya lineage, like Yogananda, if you're familiar with Yogananda, who was here in the 1920s and 30s. That lineage, which goes way, way back into the thousands of years in the Himalayas of India. So it's a Himalayan yogic technique. Okay, so this specific meditation technique called Kriya meditation, we only share, live. Okay, it's via Zoom, but live. We don't record it and make a course of it. So it's direct. So it's a weekend. There's a Friday evening, a Saturday morning, and a Sunday morning. 4 hours Saturday, 4 hours Sunday, 3 hours on Friday. And we go through a lot of things, including the technique and practicing and refining and some one-on-one time as well. So reach out to me. You can just reach out on Instagram or email me at courses@roadtodharma.com. It's a little longer, it's a little harder. But so if you message me at Eye to Eye Productions, I'll give you the email to reach out, and then myself or Bethany, who assists sometimes, I pointed over there like she's there, but she's not. That's my computer. Not that I named my computer Bethany. That through my computer I talk to Bethany, who assists in responding to everybody. So that's the Kriya initiation weekend. It comes through, my guru in India, who has allowed some of us to initiate other people in this really sacred practice. So I'm very honored to be able to share it. Good. Feel relaxed and peaceful. I played some music, Yato's music. Good. It was grounding and powerful. Excellent. Piolita, you want to learn the Kriya Yoga? Yes, just message me. It's the April 28th weekend. I'll get you all the information. Okay. And I always have, there's always a sliding scale, and there's always scholarships available for those that are really willing and sincere. So don't let it be a problem. Good, Anna. Wonderful. Can I post this so you can practice that technique? Craig, Andrew Ford, yes. We record this, and it's always up in our IGTV. Real Wellness, my IG handle, I pinned it. It's at I2I Production. Oh, it should be an S, but I2I Productions with an S at the end. And maybe I'll write it again. Let's see if it'll let me pin it again. Who knows? Someone else can write it as well, at I2I Productions. What brought you to realize you needed meditation in your life at 18? Did I say that? Did I say that today, or you just remember that from a while ago? It was at 18, yes. And there's a few, it's a great question, Aaron. There's a few things. One, I'll try to be quick with the answer. One thing is I read a book by Chopra called Ageless Body, Timeless Mind. I think I was 15 when I read that, and it had a wonderful mix of science, quantum physics, science, and then how that worked into spirituality and meditation. And I found it fascinating. I had a very mathematical brain, studied engineering in college and such. So that book really opened me up. I had read Gandhi's autobiography also, and I think in 7th grade, and had always been interested through my dad in Native American wisdom. So I think it was brewing up in me. And then when I got to college, someone said, hey, I have a meditation tape, because they used it for sleeplessness. And I said, oh, I want to try that. So I had just arrived to college. I was 18. I don't even think I was 18 yet. Yeah, just turned, not even 18. And I tried it, and I was like, absolutely, it's amazing. So I then just started, this is before the internet, started to find books and retreats and things like that. Anything I could get my hands on to keep growing. And that's it. I think another part of the reason I found meditation, or got me to realize meditation, or I needed meditation, was because on the soccer field, I was a athlete, a soccer player in college. I realized, my emotions were a little out of control, getting a lot of red cards and yellow cards, and I knew there was a way to get more in touch with one's emotions, and a little more like Bruce Lee, right? A little more aware, as we've been talking about, of one's emotions, so you don't have to react to them. The fight was still there, the feistiness was still there that I possessed and really made a career of in many ways, but I didn't have to let it own me and get me in trouble. So I didn't lose any of the tenacity or any of the fight, but I switched it from being a competition to this just simply playing at the highest level, almost teaching. I would say I was teaching the people around me how to play. That's how I approached soccer. Not from a place I'm better and I know better. It's like, I'm going to play at the highest level possible, which to me is not against anything. It is simply playing at its best, and even using emotions against the other team so that they can see their own errors. But, try and get somebody else mad. I don't do that nowadays, but on the field, but anyway, so it was, a lot of it was to do with trying to understand my own emotions and where a lot of the anger came from, and a lot of the feistiness on the field, things like that. What's the date again? Harry, the Kriya initiation is April 28th weekend, 28, 29, 30, I believe, but just shoot me an email, and the hours work very well for Europe and all of America. It can be a little harder on Asia, but it's made so that most can do it. Good, Xtina. Good. April 28th, Harry. Yes, shoot us. Harry by Denise. Sorry, not Harry, but Hair by Denise. Sorry, Denise. I just called you Harry. My bad. That was my taxi driver's name last night. You'd like to learn more about the essence of pranayama, Sandri? I'll probably do a pranayama workshop. It probably won't happen before this Kriya. I think maybe June. We'll see. In which I'll go into more detail about some certain pranayamas, really detailed, as well as leading us through sets, really intense sets of pranayama, deeper than this. Like this is about 10 minutes, but more like 30 or 40 minutes. And really, so the main pranayamas and can create your own set, if you will, and feel very comfortable being like, okay, I'm going to do these 3 together, some different combinations, and talk a little bit more about pranayama, prana, prani, what's a prani, what is mahaprana, what is consciousness. We talk a little bit more about that in the workshop. So I've been getting more requests for that. So if you like, again, direct message me, and then we can get you on the email list and all that. Roxy, is this okay to do before bed? Yeah, this is a lightening up meditation. Now, we did Cosmic 3 in there, which tends to enliven a little bit, so it might feel like energy or awakeness. So be aware of that, but don't confuse awakeness for can't go to sleep, Aware, and then just, if you're like, wow, I have a lot of energy, notice that and say, it's time to sleep. Much like we just talked to our body and said, I'm free, or I release resentment, you can also say, it's time for sleep, and we need to shut down. So we didn't do anything like breath of fire, which really heats up and gets us going. Cosmic 3 does tend to enlighten or enliven, like I said, and expand, but it's not something that will necessarily keep you up, because it's still very calm and you can just direct yourself back to sleep. I hope that makes sense. It's not something I tend to do before bed, I would do more relaxation breath work if, me personally, I don't have any issues sleeping, but that would be more what at Eye to Eye Productions. Thank you. What are the dates again? Someone asked. April 28th weekend, whatever that is, the Friday evening, Friday day, evening, Saturday morning, Sunday morning. I make it easy, so I do a Friday morning session. There's 2 on Friday. You go to either one, because we have a lot of people from Europe join. So the Europeans join Friday morning, and the Americans join Friday evening, and then Saturday morning and Sunday morning, everybody joins together. And it's via Zoom, and it's all live, and then we meet one-on-one also at some point in the weekend. So, good. Yes, hair by design. Message me at Eye to Eye Productions if you can, not at Heal, because Heal gets so many messages in a day. And it's just crazy. So message me at Eye to Eye Productions, Hair by Denise, and I will Harry by Denise. Just kidding. What are mantras? It's a great question. I have a couple more minutes. Mantras, like, let me just give you an example. It's kind of like saying, what are flowers? And then me sitting here and just describing a flower, Why not go smell a flower? So mantra like Aham Shraddha. Aham Shraddha. We were using English mantras, but a Sanskrit mantra. Aham Shraddha. It means I am faith. Okay? I am faith. Not even I have. I am faith. Aham Shraddha. So, especially when we speak it out loud, it tends to vibrate the body. Much like music, the sound itself has a feeling. There's certain feelings that create sadness or feel like sadness. Aham Shraddha itself has a vibration of faith. So, as you're saying it, you're tuning your energy. Aham Shraddha, just like music does. I kind of think of it like we're singing to ourselves in many ways. But it's more direct than that. Aham Shraddha. And you just try to Aham Shraddha. So mantra has, different effects, so to speak. It can really tune the energy to the specific mantra, Aham Shraddha, and you feel it, and you start to embrace and vibrate with this faith. I am faith. And what that means starts to just grow for you. So we don't want to translate too much. You just keep experiencing it. Again, much like the flower, I say it's yellow and it looks like a cup. And it's but just go look at a tulip and smell a tulip, and it might remind you of something in your life, and that's what a tulip is for you. So aham shrada, I am faith, and you just say it and say it and say it maybe 108 times. And it also, a mantra can have the effect of helping the thoughts kind of silence. If you tend to be someone where the thoughts are going, mantra can be something that comes in there and creates that disruption to thought and replaces it with mantra. Aham shrada, aham shrada, aham shrada. But we're really, it has that effect, but we're mostly using it to tune. And it has different effects when you say it out loud versus internally, and I talk more in detail on that in the initiation as well. Art by Benez. This was such a grounding, powerful breathwork session. I was feeling grounded, and honestly well. Strengthen my roots and boundaries, and want to keep this energy into the whole world. Absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful. What was the name of the book you read? Oh, Ageless Body, Timeless Mind by Deepak Chopra. This was, my mom found it because he was on Oprah. This was in 1991, I believe it came out. And so she bought it. She didn't read it, but it was sitting there on a coffee table, and I picked it up, and I just devoured that book. And I still love that book. I think it's beautiful. There are a few books like that, like the Dancing Wu Li Masters, that bridge quantum physics. But Ageless Body, Timeless Mind was a really beautiful book. I find that to be Chopra's best book. I think it was his first or second. And he's been a big influence. Thankfully, he was in Heal too. He was a wonderful influence in my life. Wish my son had you as a soccer coach. Oh, and you know what? If you're in Michigan, I can tell you the soccer club to go to. And there's cats like myself that I used to coach at way, way back. And we prioritize the individual's growth and evolution ahead of winning. That's really the key. That's what you want to look for. Coaches, soccer coaches that want you to grow as a player and as a human more so than the team win the game. Now, part of that is learning to play as a team, but it can't always be about the short-term win. The Nationals is the name of that club in Michigan, if you happen to be in Michigan. It's just an amazing club run by my best friend, and I used to teach there a long time ago. Long time. I mean, this is like 20 years ago. Good. I'm just scrolling through, see if there's any last question. I have 1 more minute. Good. Good to see people stick around for questions. Sweet. Mixed chick. Completed your primordial sound. I don't know it exactly, what it entails. More than likely it can be used before the breath work. More than likely, yes. But I can't say for sure. Or the breath work could be first and then you do primordial sound. So I'm aware of it, but I don't know what it entails. So, excuse me. Beautiful story. Good. I'm just scrolling through to see if are you a Sagittarius or have Sagittarius in your chart? Artie. In the Western world, Western astrology, I'm not a Sagittarius. I'm a Libra in the Western. And then in the Vedic chart, which I'm more aligned with, I have a lot of Scorpio and Virgos. A lot of different houses filled with that. So I don't believe Sagittarius is hanging out too much. Thanks for asking. Do with that information what you will. All right, great. We'll see you next time. If you, again, shoot me a message at Eye Productions with an S. I pinned it there without the S, but that's okay. You'll find me. And I can give you information on the Kriya initiation, as well as I do some Zooms sometimes on Monday, some breathwork Zooms. So if the Wednesday's not working for you, you just want to hop on Zoom on a Monday, you feel the Virgo too. You can hop in and join us on a Monday, and we have similar to this, like 70 to 100 people on Zoom doing some breath work, and like 11 a.m. on a Monday, 11 a.m. my time in Los Angeles. So also good for Europeans. All right. Wonderful, everyone. The sun is setting. Feels good. Nice to see you all. Did I start early today, Nettie? No, I started right on time, 6 o'clock. Amazing. Next week, I'll be here, which is great. The week after, we have a sound bath from Lexi, who does our social media here at Heal. So next week, I'll be here with 6 p.m. Week after, we got Lexi for a sound bath. Tina, nice to see you. All right. Good. We'll see you next time. Namaste.